Hello, my fellow horror enthusiasts. Before we delve into this video where I recount a truly chilling tale of a real-life serial killer, please don't forget to subscribe and like if you enjoy it, and share your request in the comments. But first, please ensure that you are in a safe environment while watching this video. Turn off the lights, put on your headphones, and immerse yourself in this dark world. This story is crafted to provide a spine-tingling experience for those who love horror and suspense. Once upon a time, the elderly residents of Greenwood, which was once a peaceful town, enveloped the town with a horror story passed down from generation to generation. This story began with an old house located in the outskirts of the town and seemed to have ensnared the town in the grip of a deathly specter. The tale began in the late 1920s. Back then, the townsfolk became aware of the presence of a mysterious man living in this house. Situated far from the town center, this man's name was Edgar, and he was referred to by the townspeople as Shadow Edgar. Edgar had been known as a solitary old man, living in this house for years. However, when people attempted to learn more about him, they were met with an enigmatic silence that seemed impenetrable. Edgar's house was always veiled in curtains during the night, and no one could see what lay within, yet the townsfolk would soon realize that behind this isolated lifestyle lay a more intricate truth. One night, one of the town's youths named Mark ventured with his friends to approach a home of Shadow Edgar. Mark wished to discover more about him, but they had no idea what they would encounter. Mark summoned his courage and approached the door of the house. When he gently knocked on the door, a peculiar sound emanated from within. Subsequently, they heard the approaching footsteps of someone heavy. The door swung open abruptly, revealing a figure that sent shivers down the youth's spines. Shadow Edgar's eyes were horribly distorted, and his face exuded the coldness of death. He held a knife in his hand, and one could feel the madness within when making eye contact with him. Mark, not knowing what to do, retreated, but the other youths could not escape from Edgar's grasp. From that moment on, the town would be gripped by the terror of a killer known as the Shadow Edgar. Shadow Edgar's first victim was an elderly woman from the town. While she was tending to her flowers in front of her house, she was suddenly attacked and stabbed before her very eyes. She couldn't see the killer's face, only sensing his pallor and madness. Subsequently, a series of mysterious murders occurred in the town. Shadow Edgar only emerged at night, swiftly and silently selecting his victims. The police attempted to track down the killer, but his tracks always seemed to vanish. The townspeople began to live in fear. Mark, feeling particularly endangered because he knew Shadow Edgar, decided to warn the townsfolk. However, with each step, he felt Shadow Edgar drawing closer. The town was trapped in fear and paranoia. Streets were empty at night, homes were shuttered, and curtains were perpetually drawn. People began to harbor suspicions even towards one another. Eventually, Mark decided to make a plan to capture Shadow Edgar. One night, he positioned himself as bait in the town square. In the late hours of the night, Edgar appeared. However, Mark managed to sneak up from behind and disarm him of his knife. As Mark took the knife, Shadow Edgar's face remained obscured in darkness, but his eyes reflected a bewildered glint. Mark called the police, and Edgar was apprehended. Edgar was found guilty in court and was sent to a mental institution due to mental health issues. The town breathed a sigh of relief, but the specter of Shadow Edgar's ghost still seemed to linger in the town's shadows. This was the dark and unforgettable story of Greenwood, and the ghost of Shadow Edgar continued to haunt the nightmares of its residents. Perhaps some stories are truly unforgettable and never truly die. Dear viewers, thank you for watching this chilling tale. If this story has left an impact on you, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Your support enables us to create more stories and content. Additionally, remember to share your thoughts on this horror story in the comments. Your feedback helps shape our future videos. Stay tuned to our channel for more thrilling tales of fear and suspense. We take pleasure in bringing you more unforgettable horror experiences. Enjoy the show.